with the news that Atletico Madrid are going to sign Conor Gallagher for a reported 30 to 40 million euros, and with the departure of Man City's Julien Alvarez also to the Spanish capital to sign for Atletico Madrid for close to 90 million euros, I've decided to check out exactly what would happen if in the summer of 2024 in Football Manager, Atletico Madrid signed both of these players. We're going to run through their careers at Atletico Madrid and see exactly how and if they can rebuild Atletico Madrid under Diego Simeone. Here we are in the Spanish capital with Atletico Madrid in the summer of 2024. If we take a look at the squad, we can see that we have Conor Gallagher at the team. Here he is. I have put his transfer in for a reported £35 million. Unfortunately, I didn't change the wages, so he's on about £5,000 per week. But he's here. He is at Atletico Madrid, as is Julien Alvarez. Again, I've not changed his wages on £2,000 a week, so he'll probably stay here forever. But I've moved him over for roughly £82 million. But there we go. That is how Atletico Madrid will look with Alvarez and Conor Gallagher. I'm assuming Simeone will play the 5-3-2 that he's known for. What we'll do now is we'll skip to the end of Season 1 and see if both players have managed to integrate themselves into Simeone's plans and if they've managed to win any silverware at all. Here we are at the end of the first season. We can see, unfortunately, in the Spanish Super Cup, Atletico have been knocked out by Girona in the semi-finals. They were the runners-up in the Copa del Rey, losing out 2-1 to Real Madrid in that final. As we can see, Julien Alvarez started up front and assisted the goal for Atletico. However, it doesn't look like Conor Gallagher came on. Conor Gallagher's on the bench, and in terms of the other trophies, if we take a look, Atletico Madrid, we will go back and take a look. In the Champions League, unfortunately, round of 16 exit to Bayern Munich, managed to finish 4th in the league this season. As we can see, finished in 4th, 19 wins, 10 draws, 9 losses. Julien Alvarez up there, the third top goal scorer. We'll take a look at him now. In fact, 51 starts for Atleti this season, 27 goals, 5 assists, still only on the 2.6k per week. I'm sure that will change in no time. And if we also take a look at the tactic that's been played, we can see that Conor Gallagher has managed to force his way into the side. How much has he played? 12 starts, 36 substitute appearances, and from that he get 4 goals and 2 assists, still in the £5,000 per week. So he has not cemented his place in Simeone's system quite as well as Julien Alvarez has. But we'll see over the next couple of years if Conor Gallagher is able to cement that place in Diego Simeone's tactic going forwards. So we'll skip ahead to the end of Season 2 and see if there has been any silverware won. So the second season in the simulation is done. A semi-final knockout to Real Madrid in the Supercopa, unfortunately. Quarter-final loss in the Copa del Rey to Barcelona, and a quarter-final exit this time in the Champions League to Bayer Leverkusen. Atletico Madrid managed to finish 3rd this time, finished 4th last year. We've managed to jump up a space with 73 points. Julien Alvarez this season, 47 starts, 26 goals, 7 assists. He is doing the business for Atleti, and if we look at, see if we can see Conor Gallagher, he's not in any of these stats, so we'll just go and look at the players and find it from here. So Conor Gallagher this season started 49 times, massive improvement on last season, 9 goals, 5 assists for him. So it's looking like they are both starting to cement their place in Diego Simeone's 5-3-2. Alvarez obviously from the start of the first season in the simulation. Conor Gallagher, it looked like at the back end of Season 1 he started to come into it. But they're both there. Unfortunately though, still no trophies for either of them in 2 seasons. But will that change in Season number 3? Season number 3, and it is a double. The Spanish Super Cup has been won by Atletico Madrid on penalties against Barcelona. If we take a look, did they both feature Conor Gallagher and Julien Alvarez? Both started the match. Both were subbed off in the 81st minute, but Atletico Madrid won on penalties. They've won themselves a winner's medal. So if we now go back and look at the Copa del Rey as well, they managed to beat, this time they beat Real Madrid on penalties in this final. Again, if we take a look at the squad, 86th minute, both Alvarez and Gallagher came off. But again, they've each won a trophy. They've won 2 trophies. If we actually skip back to that, we will see Atletico Madrid, and then we'll look and see how they've done in the league, etc. So Champions League, round of 16 exit to Arsenal, 3rd place again in the league on 81 points. If we take a look, this season Julien Alvarez, 4th top goal scorer, just a 5 goals behind Mbappe, but again another very good season overall for both Conor Gallagher and Alvarez. It looks like Alvarez this season, 30 goals and 10 assists, great season for him. And then if we in fact take a look over at Conor Gallagher, we will see, where is it, here he is, 50 starts exactly, 4 goals, 10 assists, still on the £5,000 per week. I think if we just take a quick look, I'm sure Alvarez is still on the 2,000 as well. Alvarez, £2,600 per week. I've really mudded them in this experiment, unfortunately, giving them both such poor wages. There we go, we've managed to win 2 trophies. They've each won 2 trophies in their time at Madrid. We'll go to the end of the next season and see if they're able to add to that tally. Season number 4, and it's a runner-up in the Super Cup this time. Unfortunately, this time losing to Madrid, Real Madrid that is, on penalties. Gallagher did not start this game, I don't think. He's not here. Why is it? I'm blind, sorry. He did. Conor Gallagher started the game. He played the entire game, as did Julien Alvarez this time. Neither of them subbed off. And then, if we go back and look at the competitions again, we will see semi-final knockout in the Copa del Rey to Real Madrid, round of 16 in the Champions League to Manchester City. Unfortunate, but we finished second in the league this year. 26 wins, 6 draws, 6 losses. Julien Alvarez not amongst the top scorers this season. That's a bit disappointing to see. If we go and take a look at exactly how each player has done, we'll take a look at Conor Gallagher this year, now 28 years old. He's now got a new deal at £92,000 per week. 49 starts, 3 goals and 12 assists this year, so he is really coming into his own in the Spanish capital. And if we look at Julien Alvarez, it does look like he's picked up a knock at the end of the season, but he's also 25 goals and got 8 assists. Only 15 in the league this year though. I'm saying only, he's still got a record of just over 1 and 2 with the 29 starts. But again, is Simeone still playing the same? He's still playing that 5-3-2, and as we can see, a couple of changes in the squad here. Ruben Neves has come in. That's a brilliant partner for Conor Gallagher in the middle. And Rocco Simic has been signed, but I'm assuming that when fit, Julien Alvarez would have been playing there. So we have it, that's the end of Season 4, and it looks like no new trophies this time. We'll go to the end of Season 5 and see how they've got on, and then from there we might go to bigger increments, maybe 10 seasons, things like that. Just so I'm not going through every single season if they're here for 15, 20 years. So, see how the end of Season 5 looks. So the end of Season number 5, unfortunately no more trophies to add to the list. Spanish Super Cup, semi-final exit to Barcelona, semi-final exit in the Copa del Rey to Girona, round of 16 again by Manchester City in the Champions League. We're just having no luck the last couple of seasons in the Champions League. We're in the FIFA Club World Cup, that doesn't start till later on, and we finished third in the league this season on 69 points. I think that's a bit of a drop off from the previous seasons. I'll check that out in a wee second. No players here amongst the top goal scorers, player of the match, things like that. So what we'll do is we will go and we'll take a quick look at exactly how they've got on this year. Conor Gallagher, if we take a look, 29 years old now, 47 games, 5 goals, 8 assists, so he is still playing well. He is considered a world-class midfielder, and if we just take a look here, as we can see, he is being very consistent since that first season. And then if we look at Julien Alvarez, well, again, he's picked up another injury, but he played 32 times from the start, 19 goals and 5 assists. He's now got a new contract on £82,000 a week, and if we take a look at his goals, league goals 21, 20, 21, 15, then 8 this past season, so it looks like injuries are starting to hamper him a wee bit, but still he is still scoring plenty of goals for Atletico Madrid. Diego Simeone is still the manager, still playing that 5-3-2. Are there any other notable names we can see here? They've signed Disasi, Inacio, Terzic left back, Scally. They've got Benjamin Sesko now. They've still got Simeone, so it looks like they are building a very good squad. Hopefully at some point we can see them potentially lift La Liga, maybe even sneak a Champions League. However, the way it's been going, it doesn't look likely. But hopefully they can get a league title under their grasp before they retire. We'll go to the end of Season 10 now and see exactly how both players are doing and whether they're both still actually at Atletico Madrid. So we're here at the end of Season number 10. The Super Cup has been won again. Take a look at that, and we can see we managed to beat Sevilla 3-0 in that final. Did either player play? Conor Gallagher did play, he was subbed off in the 69th minute. If we look at the squad, it doesn't look like Julien Alvarez in the squad. He might have been injured, or he might have actually just left. We will take a look at that in a wee second. In terms of other competitions, third round exit to a lower league side that I've never heard of. Naval Carnero, butchered that pronunciation, I do apologise.
What did he say?
Champions League semi-final exit to PSG is unfortunate. And then if we look, we can see we finished third again in the league, 15 points back off the pace. But it looks like Omarodi has had a good season, as has Jordi Santos. But it does look like potentially Julien Alvarez has left. We'll take a look at the squad, and first of all we'll see Conor Gallagher is here. 40 games, 4 goals, 9 assists. He's on £115,000 per week now. The last couple of seasons he's been doing brilliant. He's still playing consistently, and he's still providing a couple of goals and getting some assists, so he's had a good time of it so far. If we look at his milestones and go to the competitions, so overall, so far he has won Spanish Super Cup and the Copa del Rey in 2027. a lot of runners-up medals in the Cups. 2031 Spanish Super Cup win, runners-up in the Spanish Super Cup, runners-up in the Copa del Rey again, and then in 2034, as we just saw, a win in the Spanish Super Cup. So it's 3 Spanish Super Cups and just the 1 Copa del Rey. So 4 cups, 3 of them the Super Cup. So not great. I mean, they are trophies obviously, but a Super Cup's not brilliant. He is currently wanted, and he's wanted by Al Hilal, so he might make the jump over to Saudi Arabia, especially as he was only getting what, £5,000 a week for the first 3 years. So he might want to catch up on some of the lost earnings. And if we take a look, Julien Alvarez has not stayed at Atletico Madrid. He has gone at some point. If we take a look at the transfer history, he left in 2032 over to Al Hilal on £825,000 a week. So he's obviously thought, I've been underpaid my first few years in Madrid, so I'm going to jump for that big money. So as we can see, his time at Atletico, he was an absolute bagsman for the club. After a couple of injury hit seasons here, he managed to get 25 goals overall in that season, 24, and then 25 final season before moving to Al Hilal. So he has moved on, unfortunately. So what we'll do now is we'll go to the end of Conor Gallagher's career at Atletico Madrid, and then we'll see overall how they've done and wrap it up from there. As we can see as well, Diego Simeone is still the manager, and I honestly think he'll still be the manager when I retire from my own job in real life. We'll never know. So I'll go to the end of their careers and see exactly how they get on. That was a quick simulation because, as we can see, we are a couple months down the line and Conor Gallagher has left Atletico Madrid. He has moved over to Valencia. They signed him for free. He's just away. He's left. He is now a Valencia player. He's decided he wants to stay in Spain. He's on £91,000 a week at 34 years old. So overall, a very good time of it for him. If we take a quick look at his biography, I know it's not easy on the eye to look at, but I'll quickly kind of briefly run through it. If we can see his time at Atletico Madrid here. So yeah, he joined Atletico Madrid, made 323 league appearances and scored 28 goals. During his time, he won the Spanish Super Cup in 2027, 2031, 2034, and a Copa del Rey in 2027. He is now a Valencia player. So overall, very good for him. Maybe not won as many trophies as you would have thought, but when you're competing against Barcelona and Real Madrid for the trophies in Spain, and then you throw in the likes of Bayern Munich and Manchester City, PSG in Europe, you know, is 4 cups good? I would take 4 cup wins, even if 3 of them I suppose are the Spanish Super Cup. But that's how Conor Gallagher gets on at Atletico Madrid, and he's now at Valencia. I'll quickly go and I'll look and see how Julien Alvarez has done, and Julien Alvarez has actually retired. He's 34 at Atletico Madrid. He played 238 times, scored 141 goals. If we look here, signed 32 million, played 230 games, as I said, 141 goals scored. During his time, he won 2 Spanish Super Cups and the Copa del Rey. He then joined Al Hilal, where he scored 46 goals in 47 games, and he also managed to win the Copa America in 2032. So overall, I would say a pretty good time of it at Atletico Madrid for the two of them. Maybe not at the ceiling you would want, especially for the prices that they're paying, but then again, that is just the price of footballers these days. But that's a story for another day. As always, if you enjoy these sorts of experiments, please let me know any that you want me to see, any that you want me to do. Just comment down below. As always, like, share, comment and subscribe, and I will see you next time.